Le íbamos a hacer unas preguntas al Sifu Lane para que nos contara un poquito sobre su historia y el viaje que ha tenido hasta ahora. Entonces la primera pregunta sería, Sifu Lane, usted ha viajado por Latinoamérica por más de 30 años. ¿Y qué fue lo que en primer momento lo motivó a traer el Choy Lee Fut a esta parte del mundo? You've been traveling to Latin America for over 30 years, huh? Long journey. What inspired you to bring the art of Choy Lee Fut to this part of the world?
In the early 90s, Choy Lee Fut was quite well established in Europe and also in North America, well, different lineages. But Latin America itself was devoid of any Choy Lee Fut influence here. Mm-hmm. And in those early days, we only had a small organisation, and I was one of the instructors tasked with introducing Choy Lee Fut to Latin America via Chile and then on to other Latin American countries.
I see. Cool. Y después de tantos años y fue enseñando en tantos países, Colombia, México, Argentina, Chile, Costa Rica, Perú, you mentioned Peru as well, right? ¿Qué diferencias o características ha notado entre los practicantes? After so many years, teaching in countries all around Latin America, South America, what are any differences or unique qualities that you noticed among Latin American practitioners?
Well, there's heaps of differences.
Yeah.
And I think this mainly pertains to the instructors of the various countries and the different intensity and the program that they follow.
Yeah.
So here in Chile, the representatives have been following the program I introduced from back in 94, 95 and continually upgrading and continuing to gather their knowledge and experience in the Choy Lee Fut system. So in saying that, because I've been coming here regularly in Chile, it put a lot more emphasis on the training here and more intensity. So the standards are quite noticeably higher, specifically in Chile, say compared to Argentina, Mexico, Colombia, where they don't have a regular person coming to their country to teach them or instruct them.
Yes. What do you consider the most important elements to conserve the purity of the style?
Understanding the different levels and why there's a specific program. For example, in the family lineage,
yes.
There's basically from the founder door onwards, he instigated 3 different levels: primary, secondary, and tertiary level. So for a good Choy Lee Fut practitioner to become, knowledgeable as well as, enhance his teachings and his skills, you have to gradually follow the levels of training, and only by also having someone who can teach you and has the knowledge of those 3 levels can you improve.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to always have a teacher, right, and to have a program to follow.
Yes.
We just had 10 very intensive days of training, Sifu, in this seminar. What were your main goals and objectives, and what message would you like to leave for the participants?
My main objective was to upskill the practitioners here, increase their knowledge, and also keep them motivated. That's the big thing, keeping people motivated. And you can only do that by increasing their knowledge and giving them variety and something to continue on with. Otherwise, like any system, you can get bored after a while with just doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But if you have enough knowledge and you're increasing their experience and knowledge, keeps them motivated and also keeps a bigger group unified.
Yeah, it was an amazing seminar, Sifu. We had a lot of people from several countries, right? It was Argentina, Mexico, the States, or Costa Rica in my case. Chile had a big participation. It was great. Y la última pregunta que le queremos hacer al Sifu sería ¿qué consejo le daría a los jóvenes instructores que buscan continuar el linaje del Choy Lee Fut tradicional y que pertenecen a esta nueva generación? Finally, Sifu, what advice would you give to young instructors and people who wish to continue the traditional Choy Lee Fut lineage in this new generation?
Biggest advice I can give them is continue their training, right? Don't stop, right? I mean, I'm not a young person, I'm 73, I'm still learning. So my advice is the limitations are by your own mind or your body limitations. That's the only thing that's holding you back. If you have an open mind, you can continue learning lifelong. It never stops learning.
Yeah.
Right? There's no master who says, I totally mastered the whole system. That's, to me, is a bit of a fallacy.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like a self-indulgence.
Yeah. Yeah. You should always be humble. And be always...
Well, that's the biggest advice I can give to instructors. Be yourself, be humble, be respectful, right? And follow the Wudi code. And that's most important in our way of life, because your word is your honor, basically. And if you people don't trust your word, how can they trust you and respect you?
Yeah. So true.
So it's by your actions, because from your actions, if your students and your pupils are representative and they are good students and they behave correctly, that reflects back on you, whether it's positive or negative. If you are a bad instructor and you do negative things, that also impacts on your character as such. So my biggest advice is always basically follow the Wudi code, if you know what the Wudi code is.
Yeah.
And most of my instructors, I hammer that Wudi code into them. Make sure they understand it. And not only understand, they've got to live it.
Yes.
It's one thing understanding and knowing it, it's another thing to actually maintain those codes.
Yeah. Live by those words, walk the path, talk the talk.
Yes, absolutely.
What you see is what you get, is what you say.
Yes, that's it, yes. Do. Right? Don't just talk about it.
Yeah.
Show other people by your actions.
Yes.
Not by what you say.
Yes.
Right? It's too easy words can come out of your mouth. But when you actually do something, they can actually see whether you're actually living by it and being true to yourself.
Yeah, exactly, Sifu. Bueno, esta entrevista busca rendir un pequeño homenaje a la dedicación de Sifu Lane y de la Escuela de Choy Lee Fut Chile por esos 30 años que estuvieron trayendo al Sifu Lane y trabajando en la contribución y el desarrollo de Choy Lee Fut en toda Latinoamérica, porque no estaríamos aquí sin ellos. Y ese ejemplo sigue generando y guiando instructores y estudiantes hacia una práctica profunda y fiel a las tradicionales del Kung Fu chino. Sifu, this interview is trying to pay homage to the dedication, your dedication, and contribution to the development of the Choy Lee Fut in all Latin America. And your example is continues giving us guidance to us instructors and also students for a a more for the deepest practice of martial arts, and being faithful to the roots of the traditional Chinese Kung Fu. Thanks a lot, Sifu, for your hard work in this seminar.
I'm very grateful to have had the opportunity to start basically from scratch here in Latin America.
Yes, true.
And build up the system of knowledge and practitioners and to a high, what I consider a high level over the last 30 years, and I hope, God permitting, as to say, I can continue to do so in the future.
Yes, we will continue, Sifu. Go ahead. Thank you.
Gracias.